close that door.
Okay.
3, 2.
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Hey, peace, and welcome back to another episode of the Divinity Podcast. And by now, you should already know who I am. And if you don't, I'm the host, Divinity, on this lovely, beautiful Sunday. Now, a great friend of mine told me that I should have been ready on Thursday because there's a new moon approaching and I need to set my intentions. So I'm going to set them right now and say, I am safe. I am healthy, mind and body. I'm at peace. This is a meditation, by the way, so I'm going to get into that. And may I live a life with ease and well-being. So thank you for helping me set the intentions tonight. And thank you to the lovely woman who does that meditation. I love that, right? Now, we are in an episode number 4 of season 2, all right? But before I get into the title of that, I want to jump into season 1 episode 4, Earl. Shout out to DMX, he free. And when we did that episode, we talked about unconditional love, right? So a little tidbit about myself is I like to go back and listen to the episode so I can listen to be receptive. Because I did drop a lot of gems and I might have missed some. You know how Sonic, when he run, he drop those coins, he go back and you go get them. That's how I do. I go back to listen for the gems and be receptive. And then I go back and I listen to it just to look through another set of eyes. Third eye view. Bird's eye, third eye. Okay. And when I do those things, it's because I challenge myself daily. Because I like to exercise my mind, as exercise for the body is important for your mind. That means reading. That means challenging puzzles, video games. Shout out to my vidiots out there. But whatever helps you exercise the most important muscle in the body. So again, I like to go back and listen. And I do this because I challenge myself for growth purposes. Am I that same person? Can I identify with that, or do I no longer resonate with who was in episode 4, Earl? Now, with that being said, this is episode 4 of season 2, and I entitled it, What It's Worth. Now, I named it this way because I wanted to examine how much does your peace cost, right? And later on in the episode, I want to get into what's your price to lose your integrity to get that very thing that you desire, right? Because a lot of us, we say our souls aren't for sale, but we turn around and it's a whole different story. We convince ourselves, but we'll get into that another time. Maybe later on in the episode, depends on how I feel. Now, first, we're going to talk about the cost of your peace, right? How many detrimental, and emphasis on the word mental, detrimental situations do we ourselves get into? All because we sacrificed our peace knowing dang on well we didn't really want to do that thing somebody asked us to do. But we love them, so we do it anyway. And how many times were you invited to a place that they already know you don't like to go to, but you do it anyway because you love them? Here it is, you get that invitation in the mail and you're staring at it and you're like, I really don't want to do this. As the days get closer, now it's the day of and you just comfy in your jammies and you're looking at that invitation like, I love them, so I gotta go. Because you feel like you're forced into it. And I know, truth hurts, but I'm here for it. So when you look at that invitation and you're telling yourself you're compromising with your peace to go and do something for somebody else, right? And then there's other things that we do and we compromise, like our time, right? Because time is important, but oftentimes we shift it and we move our schedules for people who won't even do this very same thing for us, right? And all because We wanted to appease other people. We sacrificed our peace at what cost? Right? And I get it. Because you understand what unconditional love means, you subtract from your peace account to make a deposit to others. Cha-ching, cha-ching. And I get it. And it's a blessing that, you can do these things for other people. That's the blessing in itself, right? But, very important, what are you doing for yourself? And knowing the difference between loving someone unconditionally and being stupid, well, I should save that for another episode. Because people tend to think because they love you unconditionally, you're supposed to do any and everything for them. And that is not the case. And how many of our family members do we love with all our heart and all our soul, but they end up being a thief? Now that thief is in your home and you love them unconditionally, right? So you love them so much so that you feel that it's safe to leave your pocketbook or your wallet right in front of them, knowing a thief will be a thief will be a thief. And then when they do exactly what you hope they didn't do, steal your money, steal something out of your pocketbook. And now you got a question. How am I going to keep loving a person that continuously hurts me? But you do it because you love them. And unfortunately, that is costing you your peace. Last $100, somebody just let you borrow it because you needed to pay your rent and now it's gone. All because you wanted to love someone and compromise your peace. And please don't take this as me belittling you, because I was once there. Okay? Different way. We always get that partner, that loved one, we want to just love on them, we want to help them, and we can see the good in them. But everybody else doesn't see that you're tired, that you need a break, but because you love them, you compromise your sanity, you compromise your job, you compromise your spending time with your kids because you want to love someone unconditionally, ride or die. And it's okay. It takes a fool to learn. Go back to episode 14 in season 1. And knowing these things, we have to kind of get to know ourselves a little bit better, right? You're tired, you're drained, your energy is all gone. Why does it take for you to have a stroke for you to slow down? Why does it take you to have a mental breakdown for you to slow down? Why does it have to have an anxiety attack for you to slow down when you could have killed all that from the beginning? And this is why I tell you that whatever you lose being honest, it's never really yours. Okay? When will we understand that no, and no is a complete sentence? And being honest will weed out all the energy that you need to get rid of. Trust me. Believe it. Because when you start to turn around and treat yourself how you've been treating others, everybody gonna look at you weird, different. Oh, she couldn't do that for me. Oh, you couldn't be here. Oh. Not realizing that you are taking the time to heal you. Now, sometimes I'll reach out to my loved ones and I'll tell them I've been absent. Please pardon that. I just needed to get me right. But I'm there when it counts. That thing you needed, I was there. That time you wanted me to take you there, I was there. So please forgive me if I'm not here or present at this particular time, because I need to spend some time, much needed time, with myself. So if you can't understand that, I still love you anyway. And now that I know who you are, I can love you accordingly, unconditionally. Now, I want to get into the other part about selling your soul. I know I said I was going to save it for another episode, but I'm feeling it, right? Now, we talked about What's the cost of your peace? Now I want to know, at what price do you compromise your integrity to get that 50 milli in that account? Look at Dave Chappelle, right? Wanted him to get an address. And he said no. He went to Africa. Shout out to the motherland. Hey. To get his mind right. He just wanted to be a regular person. He didn't want to be Dave Chappelle. He wanted to be him amongst other people, just living life day to day, happy, no stress. And because he was unresponsive, they called him crazy. They called him a crackhead. He was on crack, so he had to leave. They fired him from the show. No, he just didn't want to cost or pay to lose his integrity. That's all that was. And that's not knocking all the other actors that put on a dress. Shout out to Martin Shanae. My favorite show, by the way. It was just a thing that people needed to do because they just don't care what anyone thinks, right? Now let me ask you. You just getting by, you're barely making it, you about one check away from poverty. And somebody introduces you to an opportunity that's gonna pay you 10 million. And you know you got a rent to pay, you know you got a car note, a insurance payment, premium, you gotta pay light and gas, that's the shut off notice coming. Your phone about almost off, it's partially working, so you in Wi-Fi going, can you hear me now? Huh? Can you hear me now? Good. Now somebody comes along and hands you a check for $10 million and says, you have to do something for me in return. Snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see him if you living in the fog? What are you willing to do to get that $10 million? Just tell me and I'll give it to you right now. Go kill your mans. He looked at me disrespectfully. And I'm gonna put you on, I'm gonna let you eat. But right now, you got a decision to make. It's either him or you. And I'm putting this right here, and I'll let you think about it. 24 hours. What are you gonna do? Now, you in this business meeting and you hoping to get a deal, right? You look cute. You got your Carl Kanai sweatpants on. You got the Carl Kanai sweatshirt on. Because I love black business. And you in this meeting looking fly, fuego. And they tell you, yo, you gotta go on stage and kiss a man in his mouth, and I'll give you 20 mil. That's all you gotta do. Now that's not your particular cup of tea, because for other people, it may work. But what are you willing to do? Hey, shorty, you wanna be in this video today? Lose the top. You gotta show all titty. Matter of fact, take the bottom off too. You got a fat, you know what. So this is the things that I think about often. I pray that I'm always prepared. I pray that I miss the opportunities that were never for me. I pray that I do not compromise my soul, my integrity, because I really don't want my soul to be for sale. But mama need a car. Daddy gotta pay the rent. My sister got 4 kids. So what I'm gonna do? Everybody leaning on Ronnie who? Right? And these are the things that I think about. So I know there's other people out here that have to understand where I'm coming from. But as I tell you, unconditional love warrants discretion sometimes. You love people for who they are, but never be stupid. Okay? That deal, that money, it's all nice. It's all fine and dandy. And please, I'm telling you, I'm not judging anyone. These are just things that I think about. And I like to talk to you because you're my equal. So here it is. Episode 4, Season 2, for what it's worth. Now, my job is to feed you. And how you digest it, well, very personal. But as for me, and as for mine, it's always forward. Forward always. Until next time. Peace. Hey, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Talk to me, ayy. Talk to me, ayy. Talk to me. Yeah.